Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Agnes Low, professional corporate trainer and certified strength coach. Today, I'm very happy to have a guest from Hong Kong. He's my very good friend. For years, I knew him from Toastmasters. He gave me a very special topic. Everyone wants to improve our own self. He told me we improve ourselves 1% every day. 1%. Why? Because he's a math teacher. And also, he's a world-class speaking coach. But when I was in Hong Kong, I always seek his advice, and he's always impressed me by his speeches. No matter it's humorous speeches or inspiring speeches, always gave me a lot of insight and learning. I can't wait to hear from him about his insights. Let's welcome Bilal Arshad. Bilal.
Oh, hi, Agnes. Hello, everybody. Yes, today mainly I will be talking about, and I have to say before I talk about that it's an absolute privilege to be sharing that screen time with Agnes all the way to Canada, and I'm honored to be here, having this pleasure to be part of this podcast or interview, which Agnes is conducting. So for me, I would say improving yourself by 1% is absolutely crucial to who I am and who I have become. Because as Agnes has said, I am a math teacher and I am also a world-class speaking coach. And these two combinations are pretty rare, as you would say. And something which you probably wouldn't find that common. But for me, my journey started a long time ago when I was in high school, when all of a sudden I got some homework from my teacher and I started to do some math questions. And little did I realize I finished the whole book within 5 minutes. And I sort of enjoyed it so much that 1 year's work of syllabus, I finished it within 6 months or so. And the most important thing I realized was as I was doing more and more of those math, my interest all of a sudden has perked. I sort of enjoyed doing lots of math questions. And I got so interested in it that I actually want to do more and more. And the more I've done it, the more interest I have inspired. My interest sort of grew all of a sudden. So this interest sort of just made me so focused on doing some math as opposed to watching TV or going out with girls or chatting up with girls. I just was, this is certainly something I want to do without even realizing that, okay, where would that take me in the future? Is that useful, or is that going to come in handy when I grow up? Or what will I do in the future? In my mind, all I wanted to do is make sure I get better and better with math. And then this journey sort of propels me all the way to college. And then when it comes to time to university, I thought, you know what? All I have to do is study math. But then in my mind, I realized, okay, so math is, in a nutshell, might be not too popular. So I have to do something that would make me solve the problems all over the world. So my initial thought was, you know what, math solve problems. So if I have learned math, I can solve all the problems in the world. And that propels me to the next subject, which is physics. So if I do math and physics is everything about the world, how everything is conducted, how everything is propelled. And that made me realize, you know what, this is what I have to study. I study math and physics because I want to solve the world's problem. But little do you realize that sometimes life is not black and white. There's some grays. So from university, I studied university in London, Royal Holloway University of London. And after I graduated, I realized that I have to return to Hong Kong. Not because of whether I can get a job or not, but because my family's here, my dad is here, my mom is here. So, so I realized, you know what, this is where I should be. So I came back without even thinking whether I would get a job, without even thinking what will happen. But in my mind, I always knew that I'll come here, I'll get myself better and better every day. And my journey brought me to Hong Kong. And then when I joined my first work as a financial advisor, my boss has said something which sort of just engraved in my mind. And he said, Bilal, I never went to university. I didn't have any degree, but I have got great communication skills. You tell me a topic, I can talk to anyone about anything, anywhere, and with ease. And I was mesmerized. Never have I got so mesmerized by my boss that I told him, what did you do? And he told me one word, Toastmasters. And that brought me all the way to Toastmasters. So my journey, and that's where I met Agnes, and such a beautiful lady, such a cheerful lady. And
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And my journey sort of began. My next journey is where it began as a public speaker. And again, my thought was always, it was very simple. You have to get better every day, every single day. You have to keep on improving. You shouldn't be thinking, oh, should I give a speech? Should I do that? Should I do that? No, every single day you should be improving yourself, because you will be tested. Every single day you will be tested. You are in this world. You will be tested, whether you know it or not. This is not a school. This is not a university. And indeed, I was always tested. But I realized one thing, and that is, as I keep on improving myself every day, I got better. Because if you think about it, you improve yourself by 1% every day does not mean that everyone else is doing it. You are doing it doesn't mean that everyone else is doing it. They are stalling. By you improving it, in a year, you will be miles ahead of everyone. You wouldn't even realize how much you have actually achieved. And that mindset, which I think about every single day, made me realize that this is something which certainly helps me in one way or the other. What is my end goal? Again, life is a long journey. You always have to take it one day at a time. And for me, I have been very blessed, uh, being so good at math, spending so much time at math. I certainly have become a math teacher because I wanted to become a math teacher. And the reason I wanted to become a math teacher is because one day when I have kids, one boy and one girl, I will be able to teach them in a way which they will enjoy learning, not just about math, but how to really enjoy learning, because life is all about learning. You have to keep on learning every single day. And being a math teacher, I realized that it is a great responsibility as a teacher, as a father, as a person in this earth, that if you want to motivate someone, if you want to inspire someone, uh, you can't just give them one speech. Oh, you can do that. Oh, you should do that. You should do that. No, you should show them. You should show them. They should be thinking, wow, Bilal Arshad, what a great math teacher. He can explain things in such a way that no one else can. Or someone as a speaker, when you speak with someone, people should be mesmerized by what you're saying. They should be transfixed as to what you're saying, total concentration. And that certainly propels me to become, took out the course with Craig Valentine, certified world class speaking coach, where I certainly learned the insight as to what really makes a good speaker. What are the ingredients? What are the traits? How to really make someone more engaging, more motivational, and more inspiring. And that journey again made me realize that every day I have to improve myself. Because if I don't, it's not that I will be just stalling. It's just that my skills will just drop off. Because if it's just like a muscle, you have to keep on training yourself. If you don't do it, the muscles will just drop off.
Wow, this is very profound. Bilal, can you share with us how can we keep up this momentum of every day remember to improve ourselves 1%?
Right. Thank you for such an enlightening question. It is a very good question. How to improve yourself by 1% every day? Now, there are a lot of reasons, a lot of ways you could do it. But first of all, you gotta really think about what is it that you like, or what is it that you want to improve on. For me personally, two things. I want to really improve my math because I just love it. Right? I just want to spend a lot of time on it. And the other thing is speaking. Now, speaking, you have to speak in a way which is smooth, which is have a rhythm, so that it sort of flows on from one thing to the other. And the way we do it, I realize, is Agnes, you might probably be aware. There's a famous mind map originator, Tony Buzan. Now,
Mm-hmm.
one of his books, he talked about different kind of intelligence, and there was one he mentioned, which is a verbal intelligence. And I realized that it is absolutely crucial that we have to focus on every single intelligence. And coincidentally, verbal intelligence and numerical intelligence comes in handy. So the one way, for example, what I would do is to read a book every single day. It wouldn't matter what kind of a book. Now, for me personally, I enjoy reading fictions or storybooks, and it sort of really opens my mind as to what really is going on around the world. One of the most famous books I have read is the author Sidney Sheldon. And there, where he talks about how one of the most fascinating book is where he talks about the idea of split personality, how a person can go from one form to the other. And of course, it's a long story, but my point being here is that uh, I spend myself enough time to read something every single day. And you probably wouldn't realize is I have from June, I have made a journal as to how many pages I would be reading every single day. And as I read it, I will note it down, and then I will go towards the next day. And then how many pages I will read, I will note it down, and this is the practice I will be doing every single day. So, it, to conclude, what I'm trying to say here is it wouldn't matter, but you have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You can have all the skills, you can have all the motivation, you can have all the techniques, but you have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined every single day. And if you keep doing that consistently with discipline, you wouldn't even realize how much you would probably have gained from there.
Wow, I I cannot agree more with what you said. Is like discipline and consistency. This is always when we take action, when we talk always talk about how we change our mindset or our skill set, we always need to first make the choice and take the action. Action without discipline is nothing because it only one day happen. It is not enough. And I can see how you have shared with us about the way you have changed your habit and make every day is 1% improvement. I really like what you talk about. We see our life every day is being tested. And it's not about competing with others, but you know you can be ahead of others because you are already improving. I got a lot of inspiration from you. Can you share with us now you have two kids? I know you are papa now. Two young kids. How old are they?
I have a boy who is 4 years old
Yes.
and a girl who is 1 year old, one and
Yes.
a half, one
I
and a half.
remember when
Yeah,
I was in Hong Kong and I congratulate you became a father was like now is already 4 years old and you
yeah.
have a newborn is 1 years old. How do you relate this mindset and this belief to your 4 years old boy? I'm sure a lot of parents are listening to this interview and they must love to learn from you. Can you share your experience?
It is a thought-provoking question. How do I speak to my 4 year in terms of mindset? Now, for me, it is a learning curve. It is a very steep learning curve. I'm still learning. Uh, but for me, the way I would talk to him is the way how I would expect others to talk to me. So that's how I would talk to him. So uh, I wouldn't tell him, "Oh, you should do that. Oh, you should do that. Oh, you should do that. Oh, you should do that."
Mm,
But I will sort of talk to him in a tone which is more open, which is more warm, which is more encouraging. So it would give him the impression that uh, he is warm, he is someone who wants to talk to me, he is someone who wants to listen to me. To me, there is no science based research behind it. It's purely very simple as to uh, I want to talk to you in such a way as to how others will talk to me. Of course, there will be time when he will sort of get out of control. Yeah, then in my mind, I would always say, should I, uh, should I be stern? Should I be angry? But then I realize in Toastmasters, when something gets out of control, pause,
yes, yes. Pause is keyword, right?
pause.
Okay. Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
So you pause because when you pause, people who are listening to you are wondering why did he pause? There is something going on, and then you
Mm.
have to make that pause long enough for him to realize that it is getting uncomfortable.
Mm.
So who will react first? I will or he will. So my pause goes so long that sooner or later he starts smiling and he starts basically he gives up that stern image. Uh, then we sort of are in the same page.
Wow, you
So
know what? This is a very good strategy.
yes, so
Honestly, it's a good strategy because I'm sure some parents already practice this way. because this is the way to calm down as a parent if sometimes really feel very agitated about what the child react or responds to you, and pause, calm down the parent and also calm down the kids as well. I think this is good, and eventually we just love our kids to smile and be a happy kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I've learned is I'm not sure, is it human nature or whatever it is? It's if I ask you to, for example, don't open the box, then in your heart you'll be thinking, oh, he asked me that I should not open the box, which means I should open the box. There must be something inside.
Mm, mm,
So that's how uh, maybe kids think like that. So if I ask them to, oh, you shouldn't put pencil in your mouth, then of course, to spite me, he will put pencil in his mouth. So then I
mm,
realized, oh, okay. So, okay, you want to put pencil? Okay, here's one. I'll get 10 more. Here's 10 more. And I'll take all these 10 and put it in your mouth. Go on then. And then he looks at me with utter surprise. And he says, no, I don't want to do it. Go on then.
mm,
Here it is. Do it. Then you won't do it. I say, okay, fine. Problem solved. Then we move on
mm.
to the next topic.
That's
So
that's the way you
that's
teach your kids. I think it really needs a lot of awareness and your patience, and also your very, very gentle style and loving way to help your kid really will make a big change and make a big difference. And you can improve your kids 1% every day as well as a father. So thank you so much, Bilal. So is there anything you like to highlight from your sharing to our audience?
I think there's one major point, probably one of the most crucial point is uh, yes, indeed, you can improve yourself by 1% every day. You can be gentle. You can really think about doing reverse psychology, all kind of things. But there has to be a building block that is holding all that, and that is grit. Grit
Mm,
to me, it's probably if not, but one of the most important uh, aspect of uh, of being better every day. Because at the beginning, I have mentioned that life is a test. It will
mhm,
test you every single day, regardless of your passion, regardless of what you do, regardless of how good you are in whatever aspects of your life, you will be tested. And there will be times when you will fail on your face, and there will be times when it will hurt you, and there will be times when despite what you've done, you've worked so hard, despite you're brilliant, you're amazing, you will fail. It is a fact. No one can escape this uh, brutal truth, because it is going to be there. But how you respond uh, determines who you will become. Uh, some of my speeches, I always will say, it's like a carbon. We are carbon. If we put ourselves under huge amount of pressure, two things will happen. Either you will collapse, or despite going under huge amount of pressure, you will become a diamond. That is how a diamond is being formed. That is how all those pretty girls say, "Oh, buy me a diamond," because it has gone through a lot of pressure. And after going through all that pressure, is when that diamond comes out all shiny and beautiful and all that. And it's the same with each and every one of us. we have to deal with this failure. Failure, in a sense, it should not be construed as a negative aspect because you realize the most learning happens when you actually fail. And to me, as well, I have learned much more from failure than from uh, from my success. For example, when I came first in my class, I in my math, I learned nothing. I was happy. I'm amazing. But then in university, when I failed one of my modules, I realized uh, there is a lot of work still needs to be done. And this part where you have to deal with those failures every day, every single time, in a way to keep you humble. So to me, failure is something that should keep you humble. And if you fall down, you should always get up because
Mhm.
that's where learning happens and that's where the growth happens.
Great. Thank you so much. Basically, the conclusion is we should all need to enjoy what we do and also do what we enjoy and have passion in. And also, we should have a lot of grit. It's very important. Yeah, when you mentioned about grit. And thank you very much for all your examples and also sharing. My channel is about power of gratitude. I know your journey was not easy and also had a lot of ups and downs. And is there anyone you like to show your gratefulness, your gratitude? Bilal.
To me personally, I am grateful to there are a lot of people I'm grateful for. Of course, my parents for making me who I've become. All my friends and Toastmasters, Agnes, you know yourself. Uh,
Thank you.
you were always very friendly and made me comfortable wherever I was. And there are a lot of friends. So to me, I'm always grateful to everyone who have helped me in one way or the other, formally or informally, personally or involuntarily. So to me, I I have become not because of me alone. There are a lot of people whose encouragement, motivations, who has certainly propelled me in a direction in which I am going through. So yes, there are a lot of people. So if I start mentioning the names, we'll probably run out of time here now.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Bilal, for joining me today. And we have learned a lot, and definitely we will improve ourselves. Not measuring how far, 1% every day. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. If you like this channel and also like today's video, please give us a thumbs up and follow my video. And next time, we're going to have another guest. See you again next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.